Hello, this is Amber Wood. Welcome to my video. Today is part 2 of the Wood Travel series. I'm doing a video today on traveling with your baby. What to pack, what works, and what actually happened on the trip. I did a lot of research on Pinterest, Google, my friends and family, and took all of that information, decided what was best for me and my family. I'll show you what I packed, what I brought, what I decided to do, and then footage on the trip, if it actually worked, and what I actually learned from this experience. This is our first time doing international travel with a baby. I've traveled quite a bit on my own. I've been to Europe, I've been to Australia, I've done lots of road trips, and there's a lot of different things I've done on my own, but traveling with a baby is a different story. So you've got to plan a different way. And some of the makeup and things that I would normally bring in my carry-on, as I mentioned in my first video in the series was based on beauty and makeup, how to pack it, and what I actually used on the trip. But what I would normally bring just for myself had to change because in my carry-on I needed to make room for snacks and toys and extra clothes and a little first aid kit and diapers. So I learned a lot and what actually works, and I want to share it with you guys. Now if you haven't done so yet, make sure you subscribe. And do it today. Thank you. I know, I'm crazy, but that's okay. That's why you're tuning in, to see the crazy. So make sure you subscribe if you want more. The baby's carry-on. He actually gets to bring his own little bag, so we have a cute little backpack, little dinosaur. So cute. Well, we obviously are bringing an iPad. I was gonna get a stand for the iPad so that I wouldn't have to actually hold it. But then I realized, what about a little plate stand? So if you guys have any of these laying around, this was super cheap, like $2 or $3 at Walmart. And it just folds up. It's a little plastic guy. If it breaks, no big deal, but it's perfect for an iPad stand. So you don't have to go out and buy one if you have some in your house. Or if you're at Walmart, grab one there. But then I realized that the iPad cover actually has a stand built in, so I don't need to bring that after all. But in the bag, let me just kind of give you a quick little tour of what I've brought. So we've got some little cars. A friend of mine gave these to Gavin for his birthday. He had a little dinosaur birthday. So we got some dinosaur cars, a koosh, if you know me. I'm a koosh lover. A couple little dinosaurs, little guys to play with. Obviously you want to have some books. These are the board books. This one I got the other day and I think it's really good. He loves these kind that open up. So it's a little bit more than just turning the pages. It's actually something to do on each page. So those are really good. This one I got at Target the other day in the little dollar section. And it's got a little handle on it, which I thought was cute. Yeah. And then this one, my girlfriend got him for his birthday, How Do Dinosaurs Love Their Cats? So since we are cat people and he likes dinosaurs, we got a little combo action. So I've got those 3 books to bring with us. I read on Pinterest, I think, that stickers were good, or window gel clings. So I found these. They're little clings to the window, and so, he can put them on and take them off. I thought these would be good, and then that way we can still keep them for later on. Coloring. Now, we just recently started coloring, so what I read is that it would be good to have the triangular crayons. So we bought some triangle-shaped crayons so that way they don't roll off the table. I did get a coloring book for him too, but it's like super thick. I was like, I am not bringing this Gigantor coloring book on the plane. So I literally tore out a few pages. Commentary. I tore out a few pages that I thought he might like. We got some fishy, we got a star, and then his kitty cat there. So I just bring in a couple pages for him to color on because it's not like we're professional or anything yet. I heard that it's good to have a new toy. So I did get one of those kind of Magna Doodle type toys where it's just, you color on there and then it'll erase. So we're gonna play with that on the plane, and he should like that. He hasn't played with it yet though, so it'll be a new toy for him. And then just a couple of randoms down here in the bottom. These pool rings, for some reason, he loves these. He will just chew on them and mush them all up. So if you have a baby that just wants to have something in their hand, these are really good and super cheap. We have them in all different colors. Obviously, I'm just grabbing one and throwing it in the bag. So I've gotten a lot of stuff in this little bitty bag. Then there's just a couple more random things down here at the bottom. I have just kind of a little chew toy thing, just for him to have something. He's not really teething at the moment, but still a good thing. And then some of these little guys, I read online like a slinky would be good, but I had just bought these for our pool key, so I thought he would love to just sit there and play with these and pull them out and stretch them, and then it's got a little clippy on the end, so he'll just, you know, yank and pull on these, and we can put them on his wrists, and he loves to play with my hairband on my wrist. So I thought that might be good. So we're going to see what happens there. And I'll put links for all this stuff down below. Gavin has started to want to drink from our water bottles, but he always has trouble because his mouth is small. So I wanted to know if they had something, you know, some kind of adapter to put on top of a water bottle. And guess what? Of course they do. They make something for everything. This one I found is called Jelly Cap. It says 1 drinking cap, any bottle. So what you can do, and it comes with these little containers, and there's 3 different colors. It came with yellow, green, and blue. So you can put it this way on the bottle, or this way and then with a straw. So if it's a larger bottle, you can use it for all different kinds. So you can see, let me kind of show it there. See, I wanted to give these a shot and see how they work. With the iPad, I also got some baby headphones. So these are the kind that you can control the volume so it's not gonna blow out their little baby eardrums. They're smaller. I have a small head, so it fits my head. But they're smaller for children's heads, and they had a bunch of different colors. And they're wireless, which is really good because then you don't have to worry about him playing with the wires. So these will be great for the airplane, so that way we won't bother everybody with our baby TV shows. So that's it for the baby carry-on. I'll be showing how this actually works and if any of this stuff was a flop. So here's your backpack, baby. What do you think? Did you love it? Oh, his Aunt Ina bought him that. Yeah. Ooh. Is that your backpack? We're gonna put it on you? Yeah. And my friends are telling me snacks upon snacks upon snacks. So just bring a bunch of stuff. You may not use all of it, but I want to make sure that if something happens and we get stuck somewhere or we get delayed or whatever, I want to make sure I've got snacks for my kid. So obviously we got to have some squeezies. So these ones I really like. I don't know if you've seen these before, Mighty 4. It has all 4 food groups and he loves them. And then I also have a couple little guys that are the Gerber brand over here. But I got them in a big plastic guy too, just in case we have spillage. So got a bunch of those, some little mini muffins. He loves those. We've got cookies and crackers and all kinds of baggies and cookies, and then goldfish. An Uncrustable that I just pulled out of the freezer, so it'll be defrosted by the time we get on the plane. A couple little cheese guys I'm gonna put on the sandwich. Make sure they're right next to each other so it keeps the cheese cold. And then I got a little fruit cup at Chick-fil-A yesterday, so I'm gonna bring that with me because I haven't opened it yet. A little baggie of pacifiers just to have some on hand in case they go flying or whatever. You wanna have some extras. The other thing I was told is to bring an empty sippy cup. So obviously you can't bring the liquids on the plane. You're allowed to bring milk, but I'm breastfeeding, so I don't need that. As far as like water or juice or whatever, I'm just bringing an empty cup. He likes these because it has the handle on it. These are actually made for younger kids, but the handle is really helpful. These other ones, these are like the little sip and go, like throwaway cups. I'm gonna bring one of those for the trip. I'm just gonna pack it. But this one, he holds it like this and he just drinks it. So they're not the best. If you lose it, it's not a big deal. But this one I am gonna have on the plane with me because like I said, it's good for his hand, for him to hold. So that's it for snacks. They're There's all our crap. I think we're gonna be okay. Baby's having a little snooze on the road, which is good. Here's the hubs. Driving. So we'll see how it goes with check-in and all that, but I think we're gonna be all right. Made it through security, and where was our first stop? Ooh, ooh, yeah, baby. Yeah, mommy needed a drink. We made it. That was a rough go. It was a lot going on. Yeah. Yeah, but I did it. We did it. To the airplane. He's already had a peanut butter sandwich, a boob, water, crunchies. I cleaned everything as soon as I sat down. Husband's here. And we're getting ready. Pulling back, so we're clearly not the only baby on board. He's a little antsy, but we're doing okay. You ready? Yeah. You ready? Okay. Next stop, Toronto. Koosh. I think the Koosh is a winner. Yeah. So the stickers seem to be going well. Stick them on the window, on the little screen. He's loving it. What do you think, Gavin? You like the stickers? Oh, other way. There we go. Now mommy's gonna have to take all these off. But so far, keeping him busy for a little bit. Hey, we're here. Say bye-bye, H-Town. Bye-bye. He did okay. Yeah. Just keep sucking on that pacifier. Okay, Magnadoodle. Totally worth it. Look at that. We're trying to figure out, are we a righty or a lefty? Yeah. Just trying to figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. Do you like your toy? So we did have one new toy. Yeah. Let's try to figure out the string. Now, going to the airport, you're going to want to wear the baby. Now, if it's a toddler and he or she is too big, then you may have a different story. But my baby, he's about 13 months old right now, and he weighs about 23 pounds or so. So I had a carrier, and I wore him in front of me so that when I go through security, I didn't have to take him off. On the way into Canada, they swiped my hands and then ran it through a machine. On the way back, they swiped the carrier and ran that through the machine. So both ways, I didn't have to take the baby off, which was really convenient. I didn't have to put him down and do anything with him. I just walked through with the baby on me. So it was super convenient. It was a great tip, and I highly, highly recommend carrying your baby. I have a Tula carrier, which are super cute patterns, and they wear really well, pretty comfortable. Obviously, after a while, any carrier, you're going to get a little sore back and things like that, but it wasn't too bad. The best thing I would suggest, though, if you're going to do it, make sure that you practice ahead of time. Once you get in the airport, the baby's going to want to be on you anyway, so if you don't get too much practice, I think it still will work okay because they're not going to want to go anywhere else. They're going to want to be on you because they're going to be nervous. Now, when he did get tired, he started rearing back like this, so make sure that you are aware of that and you hold his head and back so he doesn't fall out. You know, it is hands-free, but don't be too hands-free. It did work really great, and I think it's the best way to go through the airport with a baby. We did bring an umbrella stroller, and I thought it would be useful in the airport, which we did use it briefly in the Houston airport. But on the way back, my husband felt that it was more of a hindrance. It was just too much for us to carry, and we didn't use it enough to bring it with us. So in the Houston airport, we actually did a gate check. My friend let me borrow a gate check bag. So you put it in the bag, and right at the airplane, they go and throw it in. And then they give it back to you when you get off the airplane. Now, when we were leaving Canada, we decided to go ahead and check it all the way through. So we used the same bag, which was convenient, and I actually threw a couple other things in there, so it was nice. But you did have to check it in a different section because it was a strange shape and it was large. It's kind of a weird shape. So we checked it all the way through, but then we were concerned that since it was in a gate check bag, that they would still try to throw it back to us right after we got off the plane. But they didn't. It actually went all the way through. It went to where all the other suitcases were, so it was perfect. And one of the things that I bought and I was really excited about was the triangle crayons. But Gavin has just barely started to color, so I didn't actually pull those out. I think I will use those, obviously, when he does get to coloring more. But I felt like on the airplane, it was just going to be more trouble than it was worth with crayon. I mean, even though they're triangular, he can still throw them. So I felt like it was just going to be a fetch game of us going and looking for crayons on the floor. So I didn't actually pull those out. The winners on this trip were the stickers and the Magnadoodle. Now, I ended up buying a different brand of the Magnadoodle toy. I'll put the link down below of the one that I bought on Amazon. But it was a great toy for the baby on the plane. And it had the coloring pen attached, so you didn't have to go chasing for it. We were learning how to go back and forth and erase it and start over. I think it was the best toy to have on a plane for a baby. Now the stickers, those saved us big time. He used them on the way there. I was super lucky because on the way there, the baby slept for about an hour and a half in the middle of the flight. So we just had to entertain him at the beginning and then at the end. Snacks were all over the place, but the stickers were a big hit on the way there. So on the way home, I thought, okay, got to have the stickers ready. Now, at the very beginning of the flight on the way home, he slept. He fell asleep while I was nursing him as we were taking off. He slept for 2 hours of a 3-hour flight. Lucky. And even Mom got a little bit of a snooze. I was doing the old, fall asleep in class. I was doing the bob your head. And I ended up falling asleep for, I think, maybe 15 minutes or so. Not much. But after he woke up, he freaked out. The guy in the next row had just been saying, "Oh, your baby's so good. Your baby's so good. Da 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 da." Thanks. You jinxed us. Because I don't know if he just didn't know where he was, if the pressure was getting to him. He did have his pacifier in, but something freaked him out and he cried and screamed for maybe just a few minutes. I don't think it was that long, but of course for me and my husband, it seemed like forever because we were trying everything. I tried to give him a drink. I tried to give him snacks. I tried to breastfeed again, pacifier, different toys, Daddy holding him, Daddy standing up with him, putting him on the floor to stand up for a minute. Nothing was working. And so eventually my husband was holding him and I just got the stickers out and I started putting them on the wall and putting them on the window. And eventually he was like, what is that? And it got his attention and he calmed down and he played with the stickers for about 30 minutes. So I highly recommend, I'll put the link down below of the stickers that I bought. These were meant to go off and on so that you are able to actually take them off. Don't just get regular stickers and put them on the plain wall and then leave them there. That's bad form. They were fantastic. So those two things were the big hit. One of the things that I bought that I didn't really use were the water bottle spouts. I've tried them here at home and one of them kind of fell off. It didn't really work as well as I'd hoped. I'm going to keep working with them, but I didn't pull them out on the plane. We did bring our empty cup and we put the water inside the empty cup, so he just drank from that on the plane. Make sure you have plastic bags with you to use for trash. That was a big thing. One thing that I didn't use, but I'm glad I actually had it with me, is a little first aid kit that I made for myself. Now obviously you can buy a first aid kit and just throw it in your bag. This one I just used an old Ipsy bag that I had, and I just threw a couple things in that I would know exactly where it was if I needed it. So I just have some Neosporin, a couple Band-Aids, I have a thermometer that you just do to the forehead, and then I brought some Tylenol with the little syringe, the measurement syringe in there. A couple alcohol wipes for cleaning if we had a little scrape or whatever. So I think it's a great idea just to have something like this in your bag. Even if you don't actually use it, you know it's there if you need it. The other thing I recommend is packing a little bag for if you need to go change a diaper. Now, I didn't actually have to change the diaper on the plane, but I did check when I went to the restroom to see if they actually had a changing table, and they did, but it would have been really tricky to do it on the plane. So what we did is we did the diaper right before we boarded, and I packed a little bag that had a baggie of wipies. I have a little Aquaphor guy in here, little travel guy, and then I also had some Clorox wipes in here too. I've since taken them out because I used them all. Now this bag I just took with me to the restroom with the diaper and my puppy pad. So if you want a disposable pad, the baby just woke up from his nap. Disposable pads, don't go and buy a bunch of expensive ones. If you may even have puppy pads in your house. I had some because I used them underneath my litter boxes in our cat room. But puppy pads, in case you have a little accident, all you have to do when you change their diapers, lay them down. I put the cushion on top before I lay down the baby. And then once I'm done, I just scoop everything up and throw it away. I keep my cushy pad, obviously, and clean that. But this goes in the trash. So it was super easy. But having this little guy just ready to go, that way I wasn't digging for all the stuff that I would need to go to the restroom. This was a super great idea, and it had a little wristlet, so I just threw it on my wrist and ran to the restroom with the diaper and the baby. Okay, we made it onto the plane home. Checking in.
Still married.
Was it? Yeah, we're still married, so that's good. A Magnadoodle is a big hit. This is a no-namer, but it's still the same kind of thing. He's loving it. As soon as I sat down, I brought some of these with me. Clorox. I Cloroxed everything because he was going to touch everything. And then we're playing. The stickers were a big hit on the way here, so we'll pull those out here in a little bit, but I'm hoping he's going to get tired and have a nap. So, how do you feel, hon? We need a beverage. We just popped some Tylenol, so we're going to feel better here in a little bit, but, you know, I think we're doing okay. Gavin, what do you think? Maybe. He's occupied. He's not crying, so we're good. We're good. Okay, we are in League City, and I look pretty. Day of traveling, that's just how it goes. But Gavin did really good for the most part. We had a 2-hour nap on this flight, didn't you, baby? 2 hours? Yeah? Yeah. Then we had a little bit of a meltdown, just for a few minutes. And then we played. And now he's got my bracelet because it's the only thing that makes him stop crying. Grant, how are you feeling? Hungry. We ordered some pizza, so it should be delivered soon. I'm just ready to veg. I'm ready to veg. So you guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about any of the items that I showed here, please let me know. Make sure you stay tuned for the next part in my series. The last part will be a travel vlog of our family in Canada. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe down below. If you hit that little notification bell, you'll get a little note every time I have a new video. You guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye. I'm coming, baby! We're home! Yeah. Yeah.
First traveling trip with a baby.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah.
You did great. So did you, by the way. Thank you for all your efforts.
Thank you, hon.
You did wonderful.
Don't cry. We're home, baby. I'm so glad to be home. Oh my God. We had a great trip, but it's over. We're home. Thank you.